We are back now with racing royalty and a really rare, in-depth look at one of the biggest names in sports. Dale Earnhardt remains one of NASCAR's most influential figures.
He won the NASCAR Cup Series a record 7 times before his tragic death in a crash during the final lap of the Daytona 500 back in 2001.
Well, now his family is telling his story in a compelling new documentary. It's called Earnhardt, opening up about racing, relationships, and the man they knew as Dad.
I had taped in my school locker. I had a series of photographs of Dad's flip at Pocono in 1982, driving Bud Moore's car. I would open my locker and see that, and I'd go, my dad's a badass, and I'm his son. But him and I didn't connect mentally. He was this tough, ornery, hardworking, dirt under his fingernails, could do anything guy, and I was tiny, short, and shy and quiet. Like I wasn't making any sense to him.
So eye-opening. We are joined now by 2 of Dale's children, NASCAR icon in his own right, Hall of Famer Dale Earnhardt Jr., and Kelley Earnhardt Miller, who is the CEO of Junior Motorsports. Good morning to both of you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So, Dale, we'll start with you. It's been 25 years since the world lost your father.
Yeah.
Why did you want to tell this story now?
Well, I know a lot of people that are fans of the sport today may have never seen him race. And I see that sometimes in conversation or in social media and so forth. New fans will come in and say, I hear all about this person. Why was he so special? Why do so many fans in this sport continue to celebrate him? And so I just think it's a great opportunity. There's been some really good documentaries done in the past, but it's been a while since we've had something this deep and thorough. And the Imagine group did an amazing job, and it was fun. It was tough, emotional, but it was a lot of fun. I think it's something we can all be proud of.
Yeah, and told from a different perspective. And Kelley, you know, your dad earned nicknames like the Intimidator, the Man in Black, and we see somebody like that one way. You, as his child, his daughter, see them differently. And how were you able to reconcile the two?
Yeah, it's hard. You know, this to me is just a great human interest story for exactly what you're saying. You know, to see my dad in the light of a dad and a husband and a father, you know, to just, you know, bring you through that process while he was becoming greatness in his field. So definitely, you know, when we were young, we just saw Dad. Yeah. He was just Dad. We knew he was really popular and really famous. But, you know, now with maturity, we get to look back at Dad in a lot of different ways.
Was he an easy dad?
He was a tough dad. Yeah. He was a strict dad, a tough dad. Yeah. But that era, you know, sure. They're full of tough dads.
Right, yeah.
I got to see your dad race Darlington back in the day. And, you know, it's back when you're growing up in South Carolina. It's Ric Flair, Dusty Rhodes, and
Dale Earnhardt.
And Dale Earnhardt. Number 3 in your program, number 1 in your heart. But it's fascinating in this documentary that you were spending a lot of your time seeking your dad's approval.
Yes.
And then you find out later in life that he had spent a lot of his life seeking his dad's approval. Ralph, who was also a famous NASCAR driver. How do you think that relationship, your dad's relationship with his dad, how did that impact how he was a father to you?
I think that Dad, you know, and he tells this story in his own words, that he was really, really angry when he lost his dad at a young age. He lost his father before his career took off. And the probability of him becoming the success story he was really, really low. And that's what I think is the most amazing thing to me about Dad, is that he did all these things against the odds. Yeah. And I'm most impressed and proud of that. But it also made him very rugged, very tough, and difficult to connect with on a personal level. Yeah. And not many people really got to do that with him because you know, his exterior was just so rigid and rugged.
And Kelley, as your dad is rising to fame, you basically become the caretaker of the family. You're taking care of your brother. I mean, how was your relationship as siblings impacted? Yeah, it was. You know, we're from divorced parents early, and then we moved from our mom to our dad, and then our dad was working hard to make his career. So we spent a lot of weekends with family or friends, and so it's just the two of us. And so we bonded, you know, really early in life.
and just always were there to look after each other. You know?
I started watching, I just said it really is well done. Like folks who thought they knew sort of Dale Earnhardt still watch this.
We've celebrated the 7-time champion for years. This is the real look at the person he was, and I think people are really going to.
Well, thanks for sharing.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thanks for having us.
And thanks for being here.
Absolutely.
Once again, the doc is called Earnhardt. It's streaming May 22nd on Prime Video.
Hey, thanks for watching. And don't forget, you can catch the Today Show every morning on NBC or take Today when you're on the go. Just follow the Today podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen.